Guys, yeah, thanks very much for all the positive feedback. Jingle Jangle, Magic Goodwin, yeah, you guys really good, thank you. Good with the guesses as well. Between most of you, you're almost there. Just wanted to answer a couple of the questions before I do the review, and I'm going to do the review on this video. Can it be done undercover? And I think you mean like a glass bowl or something like that. So let's move our little coin. So we can move our coin like so. We'll put the glass over the top like that. I'll stand up so if you can get a better view. And yeah, as you can clearly see, there's no issues with it. There's no issues at all with it being under glass, so that works fine. Yeah, on the spoon, Jingle Jangle, you're quite right, there was a bit of wax on there. That's because this is an IT method. You're quite right on that one, so big high five for that. But it's a little bit different, I think. I don't think there's anything out there. So I'll do the review, I suppose. Yeah, okay, why not? Okay, so I usually have this hidden. When I was doing yesterday and this morning, it was hidden actually underneath the sofa and stuff. But let me show you what's involved. Let's get that over there. Let me just show you what's involved. Okay, well, here's. I did say it was going to look a bit rough and ready, but here is the device. Yes, it is electronic. So what I've got here is there's a battery there. This little board runs this little motor there. This has got one of the spider pen refills on, you know, the reels. That reel then runs through one of the more traditional ITR cases. I took the guts out of the case purely to and to address your concerns, Jingle Jangle, about the is it going to get snarled up? Well, this is the bit that stops it getting snarled up. There's some marks on there where I finally found the right position. So let's just move this. Yeah. So yeah, so you can see it actually working there. Okay. So basically, the battery's running a little bit low. Actually, I've been playing with it all day. So if I can just. So it's actually in I've got these four pads on it here, and that's so we can pretty much stick it under chairs or under tables, or you can pretty much put it anywhere. As long as this point is pointing outwards, then it's actually quite fine. It's on a like a rubber bedding, and it's remotely controlled. You can see the wireless wire in there, and just by pressing the button, we'll bring in the reel. And depressing the button will stop it. I think I've just got to quickly try something just to make it a bit easier for you guys. I thought so. It was stuck on the. There we go. That's okay now. So yeah, it's using a bit of Masaki stuff as well. So I just want to show you again in action. So you can see that, yeah, and I was using shells obviously because it makes it easier. But yeah, and it doesn't get tangled up at all. As long as you've got the angle of this in the right position, which took me a bit to get it right because that was the problem I was getting. And it has to be slightly angled out, a little bit away, so that it always hits the reel, doesn't go down the shaft. Yeah, so and that's it. That's how the whole thing works. And it's really flexible. You can move it out quite a long way away, as you saw yesterday. You can do things like, and you really can't see it. I mean, you really can't. So you know, and there it is. And that's I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, if anything. But that's the device. It's got an on-off switch there, which I'll just turn it off now. So to go over the components again, we've got a battery compartment, a little circuit board that controls this motor. It's just two wires coming out there. controls that motor. At the end of the motor is a spindle which fits perfectly with one of the spider pin refills. That then goes through to an old-fashioned ITR, not so much old-fashioned really. I took all the guts out of that to run the thread all the way through, and that's what controls to make sure that you don't get the mess up on there. And you can go a long way. You saw what I was doing yesterday. I was going over the other side of the room. Now, what I like this is it's remote as well. You know, you press the. You don't even have to be in the same room, for goodness sake. Yeah, and that's the device. It's a bit rough and ready at the moment, but I tell you what, it really does do the trick. So, yeah, that's the sum of its components. Old IT reel to keep the thread, the pen, spider pen reel in check, so that doesn't get tangled up at all. You can go for as long as you want. It doesn't tangle like it did when I first started it until I found the right angle for this thing. Wireless little component there, the on-off switch, the battery, and of course the IT thread. Now, with the thread, that one there is one of the originals, but I've also been playing around with Steve Fearson's what do they call it, the X. Yeah, the X2. It's a bit thicker than the. As it says, it's designed for stage. It's a bit thicker than the other stuff, but that's fine. You know, it's okay, and it's a little bit more visible depending on what you're doing it. So I guess you have to be careful. This, to be honest, hasn't broken that many times. It does break. All IT things break, and I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, this is my design. What can I say? It didn't cost that much to put together. Probably around $60, something like that, in US. So yeah. So that's it. Okay. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you like it. That's the reveal.